good night. Good night, Antigua and Barbuda. Brothers and sisters, rural North people, it's your girl, Pearl. Good night to the wonderful people of rural South. I am indeed very happy to be here in support of my sister Gladys Potter. Rural South, you have an awesome, caring advocate and parliamentary representative in waiting in the person of Sister Gladys Potter. And I know you are going to give her your support at the polls. I was talking to some young men in the constituency who were liming and smoking weed on the block. And I must tell you, they nearly killed me with smoke. I think at some point I got a little high. But I had to engage them because they were saying they were not going to vote because all of them are the same. So I said to them, same means alike, identical, no difference, right? And they said, yeah. So I said, so you have looked at both parties' term in office and you have compared them and come to your conclusion, right? They say, nah, I will not study that. I don't know what the people in them say. I say, oh, well, hear what I say. Did you know that the UPP introduced the school uniform program and you used to get 3 uniforms yearly and this administration reduced it to 1? Did you know that the UPP introduced the school meals, which was a healthy, wholesome meal, and the Labour Party whittled it down to 1 chicken wing, a few scraps of lettuce, and a burger bread? Did you know that we introduced the $100 utility subsidy for seniors, the $215 food voucher for the underprivileged? Did you know we increased the minimum wage from $6 to $7.50? We increased the Social Security minimum pension from less than $100 to $350. The minimum government pension was increased from a little over $100 to $800. Did you know the UPP had computer centers and mobile units with free internet access across 16 communities all across this island for persons who could not afford a computer or internet? Did you know that thousands of students, teachers, and civil servants received tablets and high in-speed connectivity free of cost? You know, the UPP increased public servant salaries by 10%. Teachers were increased by a total of 17%. Policemen, 23%. Customs, 33%. Air traffic, 36%. And we paid back pay to civil servants, which was outstanding since 1994. And we introduced the dollar barrel. Did you know that? They say, no, I will not know all of that. No, I said to them, do you know one thing that the Labour Party introduced to improve the lives of the masses since they were in office? Just one. There was silence. They could not tell me one thing that this Labour Party administration introduced to improve the lives of the masses. But maybe some comrade here in the crowd tonight can tell me one thing. I'm waiting. I'm waiting, but it looks like I'm going to have to wait in vain. Well, that says it all. That says it all, my people. But I'm not finished yet with the highlighting the differences. Did you know that the UPP ministers took a 10% pay cut when they got into office, while the Labour Party ministers raised it and still have the gall to be asking for a further salary increase? Did you know that the Prime Minister ridiculed the former UPP ministers for not having having any riches to show for their time in office, while he told his ministers to enrich themselves. Did you know that while the UPP suggested a stimulus relief package for the people affected by the pandemic, the Prime Minister told the people he's not giving them no stimulus to go do hair and nails. Meanwhile, 6 million from a loan was used to purchase the Look Cinema to bail out cabinet colleague Max Fernandez. Never forget that, my people. Never forget that. Did you know that while the UPP is committed to paying the ex-LIAT staff their severance, the Labour Party has made a paltry offer to them and told them take it or leave it? Did you know that while the UPP has outlined a realistic plan to address the water crisis, to bring relief to the people in the short term, while working on a permanent fix, the Labour Party says you have enough water to take at least a shower a day? Now what is that? What is that? In 2022, when people are flying into another galaxy, into space, just for the fun of it, we can only get a shower a day if we are lucky. Did you know that the UPP did not support the vaccine mandate, and we condemned the tear gassing and the firing of the rubber bullets on peaceful protesters? We believe persons should have the right to choose what they put into their bodies and not be forced to do so in order to keep their jobs. And we will end all the mandates and pay those public servants those 2 months that this heartless administration did not pay them because they chose not to be vaccinated. So while we were talking, 2 non-nationals were close by and they were listening to the conversation, and the Jamaican said, you know them double the work permit and they raise up the application form fee from $10 to $100, and they raise up the citizenship from $1,000 to $2,000. Them is the wicked set of people. Them use our way, them abuse our way, and now they want to fool our way again. Things may much better under the UPP, because we know me have to pay so much money for work permit and citizenship. I said, well, miss, I love you. She's now on my campaign team. My people, I am not finished yet. Do you know, while this administration is not doing anything to ease the squeeze with the rising food prices, we have committed to reducing the import duties on some basic food items to reduce the cost of living. We will introduce the YES program. It's the Young Entrepreneurs Setup program, where young entrepreneurs will get help in setting up, doing proposals, marketing and negotiating financing for their businesses. We differ greatly on principles as well, because while the UPP operates on a people first mantra, the Labour Party's mantra is self-enrichment. While UPP is committed to doing the greatest good for the greatest majority, they are committed to doing the greatest good for a very, very, very small minority. While our honorable leader, Howard Lovell, tells us that our only business in office should be the business of service to people, their leader tells them that they should use their power while in office when they meet persons with resources to enrich themselves. So that's why you see all of them are setting up all kinds of businesses all over the place and competing with the local businessman, and he leads the way by example. Pay attention, my people. Pay attention to these things. And talking about leaders, the difference could not be more stark. You have in our political leader, Howard Lovell, a patriot, not a traitor, who is prepared to sell China for gifts and money, and sell us to China for gifts and money. And we have in Howard Lovell a respected gentleman, not a vulgar bully. a confident diplomat, not an insecure dictator, a humble servant leader, not a greedy top dog. You have in this redeemed team men and women who love people and country, not money and power, who have integrity and ability and are not corrupt and self-serving. We are not the same. There is no comparison. It's like night and day, chalk and cheese. My people, do not allow yourselves to be drawn into a state of apathy and become indifferent and not vote. The choice is very clear. The right choice is the United Progressive Party. Sister Gladys Potter is the right choice for St. John's Rural South. UPP, the right choice. God bless you all. Thank you and good night.